Good morning, everyone. Bob here. Welcome to Mental Health Exercises for Seniors. Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT, or tapping your meridians, is used by many people around the world who suffer from stress and anxiety. I like to do my tapping just before I sleep, and I want to stay asleep and have a good night's sleep. So I have to free my mind of all the negative thoughts that might be there. So it's quite easy to do. There are 9 different meridian points on your body that you're going to tap, and you're going to gently tap these points. The karate chop on your hand, doesn't matter which hand, is point number 1. And what you're doing is you're stimulating the nerves in that particular location of your body, which are connected to your brain and the emotional brain, and you're going to say something nice about yourself. So I'm going to say, today I'm going to say, I was very helpful today. Okay, that's point number 1. Point number 2 is right here where your eyebrow curves, right here by the temple. You're going to tap there. You could tap on this side. You could tap both at the same time. Doesn't matter. But that point, meridian point, is connected to your emotional brain too. And we want to stimulate the nerves there. And so we're going to say, I was very helpful today. That's number 2. Number 3 is where the eyebrow curves down to the ridge of the nose up here. So we're going to go, I was very helpful today. And number 4 is right here on the bone below your eye. I was very helpful today. The next one is below your nose and above your lip. I was very helpful today. Below your lip, above your chin. I was very helpful today. Remember, you're stimulating the nerves that are connected to your emotional brain, and you don't have to hit yourself too hard. Okay? The next place is, this is your collarbone, right about in here, 2 soft spots. I was very helpful today. And then underneath your armpit, I was very helpful today. Let's do the other side. I was very helpful today. And the last point is the top of your head. I was very helpful today. That's it. If you want to say, I was very helpful today 3 times and go through each of the 9 meridian points, that's fine too. But that's about it. That's all you have to do. But don't forget to say something nice about yourself. Let's just check to make sure we got 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. I've been journaling for approximately 10 years. That means every day I write in my little journal. Now, of course, this isn't going to last me 10 years, so I've gone through a lot of books. I go to the thrift store, I buy one of these little empty books for maybe 50 cents. See, they look like this inside. You got nothing in them. They're not all the same, and some of them are a little bit bigger, but I don't care. I just want a book I can write in. And I do the journaling at the end of the day because I'm working on being more positive and eliminating stress. And that's why I journal. So I'll show you yesterday's. Oh, by the way, I've decided that I decorate the front, and I put this, it says on here, it's April 2022, Rob's Journal. Okay, and then I drew a funny little picture just for the sake of doodling on here. Anyway, and then the pages are little, but I can fit a day's worth of positive energy on 1 page. Sometimes I use the back, sometimes I don't. But I don't write on and on. I just say to my brain, I'm going to use just 1 page for today. And if I run out of space, I write upside down and backwards and this way and that, because no one's going to look at this but me. And you know what? Sometimes I never even go back to the previous entries. I just do it for that day, and that's it. because here's how it works. I'll just read what I put yesterday. So, yesterday was April 23rd. So at the top of the page, I wrote with my favorite pen, I wrote April 23rd, Saturday. Sometimes I put the weather, sometimes I don't. If it's a positive, beautiful day like it is today, I'll probably draw a big sun and put the degrees, 20 degrees in the sun to help me think about the fact that it was a gorgeous day, because this is just for positive stuff. There's nothing negative in here. And if anybody picks it up in my family or sees it, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not putting any secrets in here either. It's not that kind of a journal. So anyway, this was yesterday. I went to the market and bought salmon, my favorite fish. Why? It was $3.99 for a great big piece. I rarely see it at the market for $3.99, and in the grocery stores it's $6.99. Then I put down that I went to De Pietro's grocery store and I bought some organic spinach and organic broccoli and organic celery. I go there just for that. I left there and I went to Grand Valley Rocks, which is a rock place in my town, and I bought some mulch, and I bought hemlock, not pine mulch, hemlock, because the hemlock doesn't attract ants where the pine does. And then I went to Braeside Camp, which is a religious camp on the edge of town, and they were having a giant garage sale in support for Haiti and all the terrible things that happened there. So I thought, I'm going there. Then I went to the bank and I met my new advisor, and she and I and my wife had a good chat about money. I'm not too good with money, but I think I've learned something from yesterday's chat. Then I like to play around in the house with decorating and moving furniture and knickknacks and stuff, but I also like making beds. So I noticed that the sheets and pillowcases on the one bed needed to be taken out and the dust shaken out of it out the back. So I did that. And you know what? You might think, hey, this guy's weird. It sounds like work. No, to me that was fun. It was positive fun. And then my sister called. Sometimes she can be negative when I talk to her because she's kind of by herself and I think she's depressed. But it doesn't matter. She called because she wanted some advice on how to hook up her new smart TV. So I looked it up on the internet for her and I told her what to do. And I think we solved the problem. Made me feel good. And then I watched a new series on Netflix. It was all about it was a court case anyway, and it was really fascinating. And I was excited to find a new series that I could really, enjoy on Netflix. And that was it. That was yesterday. And when do I do this journal? Usually just before I get into bed at night. All right? That's when I do it. Now here's how it works for your emotional brain and the stress. Today, when I wake up, I'm on the lookout for anything positive because I want to have something to put in my positive journal. So I kind of avoid the negative stuff because I'm looking for positive stuff for my book. That helps me be more positive and feel less stressed. When I'm trying to get my heart rate up by going for a bike ride or maybe a walk in the forest, I have to challenge my emotional brain too, which is in the back of my head. So I try to not only do the aerobic, physical part of the exercise, the walking or the bike riding, but I also try to think about something intellectual to work the emotional brain, to alleviate the stress. So when I'm on my bike and I'm riding the hills of my neighborhood here, I'm looking at the different houses because I'm interested in modern and unique looking houses. So I'm riding my bike, paying attention to, all the rules of the road here, and I want to be safe. But I'm also checking out the houses, seeing which ones I like and which ones I don't like and where they are. And if I'm walking in the forest or even in my yard for my physical exercise, I might check out the trees to see what kinds of trees I have. This is a weeping mulberry. You might say, why do they call it weeping? Well, these branches will grow over the course of the spring and into the summer, all the way down to the ground. And they have big, wide green leaves on them. That's a good 10, 12 feet. What they do for me mentally and physically. And I have an app on my phone called Picture This, and I can take a picture of the trees and push a button, and it'll tell me all about them. Here I am in my garden. I'm going to share my weight routine with you. It's probably the most complicated exercise that I do. Not only are there 10 different muscle groups that I'm trying to work, so I have to remember what 10 I'm working and what order I'm working them in. So I'm accessing a part of my brain that allows me to practice my memory. Also, I'm going to do some deep breathing while I do the weights, and I'm going to blow out every time I take a body part, like my arms or my legs, away from my core. I'm going to blow out or exhale. So that deep breathing is important. The memory is important. And also I'm going to do some crossovers to access the left and the right hand side of my brain. All of that is going to happen, and it's going to release some serotonin into my body to make me feel good about myself and to take away any stress or anxiety that I have. So here we go. You can follow along. I have a lightweight. It's a little bird. Maybe I'll take this lizard pot and put it in the other hand, and I'll move my chair back because I'm not going to use a chair today. So I'm ready. First thing I'm going to do, remember, is blow out as my arms go up away from my core, or my legs go out away from my core. I'm going to blow out. And I've got 12 moves or muscle groups to take you through. Oh, one more thing too. I'm going to try to slow everything down so that I can focus on, with my brain, focus on exactly what form and what muscles I'm working. So here goes. Overhead press first. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Oh, I forgot to do something with the lower part of my body already. So I think what I'll do is, as I push up, I'm going to cross over with my legs. Here we go again. 3 of these overhead presses. Exhale. Inhale, right? Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Inhale. Exhale. Overhead press. All right? I think I'll continue to do the legs crossing over, but I'm going to bring my knee over this time as I bring my arms together. So inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. Might as well do the other side. Exhale. That's a pec press. Now I'm going to do the forearm dip. Work my shoulders, my deltoids in my shoulders, and put my feet together. I'm not going to cross over anything with this one. I'm going to do a little mini squat. So I'm going to push my hips back and bend my legs. Here I go. Breathe in. Blow out. Breathe in. Blow out. Breathe in. Blow out. No crossover for that one. All right, I've got the breath, I've got the move, I've got the crossovers. Let's see if I can do number 4. So I get my legs really far apart. There'll be no crossover except with the arms this time. So they're out here, and as I hug the tree, I'm going to cross over my arms and do a squat too. Here I go, breathe in. Hey, wait a minute. I think I should start here, do the breathe in, and then blow out as my arms go away from my core. Here I go. So I'm deep breathing, trying to get it right, crossing over both sides of my head, and I'm working my muscles to release that serotonin into my bloodstream. Make me feel good. I don't want any stress. All right, and the next one is a simple bicep curl, but I'm going to cross over by doing a heel dig like this. So I'm going to dig my foot down as I do a little mini squat and cross over, right? So breathe in. More. Good. Those are the biceps. Now the triceps, I get my elbows up and I straighten my arms. That's when I blow out. But I'm going to cross over behind with my legs. So I breathe in. One more. Focus on your form. Triceps. Biceps. Good work. Now I'm going to lean over here and come up like this. That's when I blow out. So I breathe in as I go down, and I blow out as I come up. But when I come up, I'm going to cross over my arms. And so I breathe in. Let me back up here. Here we go again. 3 of these, slowly. Deep breathing, crossing over. There we go, breathe in. Working my hips. All right, we're doing great here. Now I'm going to do my squat. So a squat like this, right? As low as I can go and come back up. But the crossing over will happen with my arms. So I'm going to cross over here, so I breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Good work. And my lunge, 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. It's a tandem stance. Make sure your hips are below your shoulders, so get up nice and tall. Push your chin into your neck. And when you go down, my arms are going to go 1 straight out in front and 1 out to the side. That's the crossover. Okay, so I breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Other side. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Other leg, and then we're done, I think. Let's try it. Okay, arms going like this for 3, and then this way for 3 as we go up and down. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. The crossing over and doing the move isn't that hard. The breathing part is kind of complicated. But deep breathing is important to eliminate stress, because when you're stressed, you do a lot of shallow breathing with your upper chest here. And we want to breathe with our abdomen. Get that diaphragm. This meditation story is a very powerful way to eliminate stress and anxiety. It involves many different parts of your brain to tell the story. And it's done with a lot of alpha rays that calm you down and help you focus, and gamma rays that help you really focus on the details of the story. It also eliminates, in using the gamma and the alpha rays, it eliminates the beta rays that cause stress and anxiety. So enough of that electrical neuron stuff. Let's just get to the story. It's not hard, it's easy to remember, and it involves the basic elements of our world. So here we go. You take these 3 fingers and these 3 fingers and you stick the tips together. The baby fingers and the thumbs, they don't get to be in the story. Just these 6 fingers. So you stick them together. And here goes the story. I want you to memorize it and memorize what I do with my fingers. So once upon a time up in heaven, this is heaven, position number 1, God glanced down and noticed that there was a lot of negative things going on down here, lots of turmoil, lots of nastiness. So he called upon his right-hand man, Thunder. There's Thunder. This is heaven, Thunder. And he said, hey, Thunder, I want you to get the rain. There's rain. There's heaven, Thunder, rain. I want you to get the rain and sprinkle it on top of all the mountains. There's the mountains. So there's heaven, Thunder, get the rain and sprinkle it on all the mountains. So that's what Thunder did. And then the rain trickled and sprinkled and flowed down the sides of the mountain. There's the mountain. And it hit the earth. There's the earth. And when it hit the earth, it created a giant windstorm. There's wind. So there's the earth and there's wind. And the wind blew all that nastiness, that fire, there's fire, into the lake. Problem solved. So there is the earth, the wind, the nasty fire into the lake. End of problems down there on earth. End of story. And you can do that story holding those fingers over your forehead and go through the story. That'll help you with headaches, sinus problems, just eye problems, ear problems. Hold the fingers over here as you tell the story. If you have any congestion, maybe from COVID, with your lungs, hold the fingers over here. Or any heart problems, hold the fingers over here. You can tell the story as often as you like, and it'll give you positive energy in that area. Or you can hold your fingers over your belly button if you have any digestive or bladder problems. You can hold your fingers over there. Okay? Or if you don't want to think about that, just hold your fingers in front of you. And remember, that's heaven. That's thunder. It's rain, mountain, earth, wind, fire, lake.